I still don't know if I prefer this lighter, heavier voice, or if I prefer this one, which is the one that I use for singing, right? The one that has more power. Or this one that is the lighter one, you know, that has less weight. Both of them are chest voice, by the way. If you're thinking head or chest, both of them are actually chest. The thing is that biologically, I am pretty young. I'm pretty young still. So I can get away with doing stuff like this, right? Probably not forever. Definitely not forever, but at least for now. Look at me, right? I'm a baritone. I'm a fucking baritone, like, bro. It's literally just a little bit of training. How do you maintain this? Let me tell you. How do you maintain this? You voice train, and then 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 you keep voice training, and you do it one day, the next day, and you wake up and you do it again, and the next day you do it again, and you do it again, and you train, and you keep training, and you keep training, and you practice, and you keep practicing, and you keep practicing, and you keep practicing, and eventually, one day, hey, now you can do it. That's literally it. It's not rocket science. You literally just practice. Just do it. Make your dreams come true. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And still, think about it. I'm not even close. I'm not even close to being good at it. I'm literally just in the beginner steps, right? I'm literally just doing the 3 things that the beginners do, like, to sound somewhat decent. Don't even think this is even close to the final result. I've been doing this for like, what? At this point, a little bit less than a year, pretty much 10 months. 9, 10 months. If we count only like the serious practice, probably like 8 months or 6 or like 7. But I've been seeing a lot more especially in YouTube. There's a lot of creators, right? They just never voice train at all, like ever. Nothing. Not even a little bit. And I'm like, is that a thing? Is that... I mean, we don't judge here, right? No judging, right? You can do whatever you want. But I just find it weird. Like, aren't you even a little bit interested? I know some people say, oh, I've heard one person say, oh, it's too difficult. I couldn't get past, like, the larynx and stuff. I mean, tell me a single thing in life that is not difficult. A single thing, like, obviously, no shit, obviously it's hard. Like everything in life. Oh, I don't do it because it's hard. It just requires dedication. I wouldn't say it's hard. It just requires you to grind a little bit. It's gonna take forever. It's legit gonna take forever. But it's not impossible. On the other side, it's not impossible, right? It's nowhere near to impossible. You just keep grinding, keep grinding, keep grinding. Keep going at it, and eventually, one day, it'll click. Like it did for me. I spent the first month or 2 months making absolutely 0 progress. I was completely lost. I had no idea what to do, because people said to raise the larynx, but I was like, how do you do that? How can I use a muscle and move it at will? Something that I've never done before, right? It's like moving your ears. If I've never done it, how do I know how to trigger it, right? And then something clicked. I watched a video that explained it really well. Something happened. And then I did it. And then it's become like my main thing when I'm singing, right? Raising the larynx and lowering the larynx is like the main thing that changes your sound if you want to sing. It's how someone like me can make all kinds of different voices, right? Only in chest. Because I just raised the larynx and just lowered the larynx to sound deeper. There's no tricks, there's no editing or anything like that. It's just a simple thing. But obviously the people around you have to be a little bit considerate, right? They have to understand that it's a long process and you're learning, right? It's like playing Final Fantasy, right? You have a little icon here that says, hey, I'm new, please treat me well. Please have patience with me, right? I'm still learning. Same thing IRL. I would suggest at least 5 months or 6 before you even try speaking with anyone, honestly. I would really advise that, yes. On one side, you kinda need to have speaking practice and a little bit of feedback, but I feel like during the early stages, you yourself are good enough to give yourself feedback, right? You can just give yourself feedback. Just, if you're a little bit objective like me, just, when you get past the 6-month mark is when you start sounding somewhat decent. It still sounds weird, but at least it's listenable, right? And that's when you can start going for feedback. Now, for those of you that don't know, actually, the reason why I made a channel in the first place, like the reason why I started doing it seriously is because I just wanted to get feedback on my voice training, right? Because I have no one to talk to IRL, or at least no one that I can trust enough to ask for like objective feedback, right? On something so particular. Right, I wanted to ask for feedback, so that's why I made a channel. The thing that I thought is, my thought process going into it was pretty much, if nobody comments on it, that's good. That means it's not distracting, right? If it's weird or if it's too distracting, people will comment on it, because people online are mean. People online are mean, so if it sounds weird, or if anybody has any strong opinions over it, they will let me know. Because in YouTube, everyone's a little bit deranged. You know them. You know them. You know them VTuber fans, right? And that's how I started, pretty much. It is worth noting, though, that the first few videos that I made have zero voice training. It's kinda embarrassing, but yeah. Mainly because I forgot, right? Mainly because I forgot, right? And then I have to like, re-remember myself to go back into it. It's because it's fucking hard, man. You're gonna be forgetting constantly. So that's basically the thing. The reason why I'm doing it so obsessively, you might be thinking, or why I'm so into this, is because I'm not doing it just for talking, right? I'm also doing it for singing. I think that's the thing that pushed it from being a casual to like, okay, let me take it seriously, actually. Because a lot of people don't have that drive, don't have that motivation, right? A lot of people just quit because it's too hard and they don't see any benefits, really. They don't see like improvement, they don't see any like, you know, they don't get any what's it called, any reward really in the first few months, so they just quit. But the reason I stuck around is because I also sing, and you know, it helps so much if you want to stylize singing. It helps so much. Especially if your singing is pathetic like mine. When did this turn into a just talking stream? I swear to God. Also, when I first started into voice training, I thought it would be like full of people like me, pretty much, right? But the more I dug into it, the more I realized that a lot of the people who voice train are actually just people who wanna roleplay in VR chat or stuff like that, right? Or people who wanna sing as well. It's full of people who just wanna sing or wanna do a little bit of RP. I don't know. I think that's kind of wholesome. That we're all like on the same page. Both normies and RPers and weaves and singers were all in it. Let's talk about stamina as well, because I feel like this is a thing that gets brought up a lot. How long can you keep this up, right? Because when you think about voice training, you have to think about performance. Obviously, you have to think about how well it sounds, about the quality of your tone. But you also have to think about how easy is it to do this, right? How easy is it for me to go around and talk like this forever, essentially. Depends on what your goals are, right? But the thing that everybody will tell you is consistency over quality, right? If you have to lower the quality a little bit and perform at 80% of your potential instead of 100%, but you can sustain it for longer, then that's worth, right? That's very good. Which is what I'm doing right now. Right now I'm not talking at 100%. I could be talking much better, right? But I don't, because I know that if I do that, I'm gonna get tired. I'm gonna get tired and I'm not gonna be able to stream. So why do that, right? For me, the thing that I need is consistency. I don't care about quality as much, or if any, right? I just value being able to always sound the same, or always sound similar. And it's very hard to be consistent, by the way. Even someone like me, who kinda has their shit figured out, you know, it's fucking hard. Because it often just drops for no reason. Like now it's dropping again. And then I can raise it up again. But then you have to be constantly raising it back up. It's such a pain to have to constantly re-raise it. It's like a white mage casting raise on every party member when they get down, right? It's so annoying. I want to have time to DPS, not spend the whole time just racing. Nice little analogy there. You also need a fallback plan, right? If your voice really gets tired, for example, now I'm going to stop training. I'm going to stop voice training and I'm going to use a more stable voice, right? When you're using your fallback plan, how well does it sound? That's another thing, right? If your fallback plan sounds completely natural and completely normal, like your natural voice, that's bad. Ideally, even your worst, I'm super tired, I just ran a marathon talking, should be at least even slightly better than how you usually would talk without training, right? Basically, the thing that I'm saying is that even if you're super duper tired, you should always be able to retain a little bit of the voice training, right? There shouldn't be ever a point where you're like, oh, I'm so tired, I've talked for so long that I cannot do any kind of voice training, right? I cannot do any kind of resonance manipulation or anything like that. I'm going to be dropping it in 3, 2, 1 now. And now we're dropping it pretty much, and this is how I normally talk when I'm not doing the thing. You will see that the pitch is a lot lower. The pitch is very low now, but the larynx is still high. The resonance is still the same, right? The main difference that you have seen is that the pitch has dropped a lot. Thing is, thank God, pitch is not the main thing that affects perception, right? I would say the main things are actually resonance is the main one. The most obvious one is resonance. If you strip all the resonance, it makes such a huge difference. And the second one is, what's it called? The larynx, right? Even raising it a little bit can go a long way. Even just a little bit, right? Can do a lot, can do wonders. For comparison, this is how I would actually perform at 100%, right? If I have to read a passage, or I have to do a YouTube video or whatever thing, I can do this at 100%, and it's actually, I would say, the best I can get. If I want to drop it to like 0% and do absolutely nothing, and use full resonance, full chest resonance, and like no voice training, this is how it will sound. But you will pretty much never hear me speaking like this, right? I suddenly just gained like 5 or 10 years. I went from being a pubescent teen to like being an adult. 3 easy changes in voice made me go from being 13 to being like 25. And it's absolutely insane. But then we go back to this, you know, and this is, well, this is what everybody knows me as. 速くないただ物足りない小さくなってく普通話で飛びたい恋捨てる仕事は無理か金で殺してはい他をねすまんね